get paid to read these books. I'm excited. This is the first day of November. We got a new book for the month of November. Sell It Like Serhant. Ryan Serhant, star of Bravo's $1 Million List in New York, and Sell It Like Serhant. He's a top producing real estate agent and broker in New York. All right, got a global brand, all this kind of stuff. All right, I'm excited about the book. Let's get into it. All right, so this is the introduction. He started his sales career on Monday, September 15, 2008. I think that he said that's the day Lehman Brothers filed the largest bankruptcy in history, collapsing the subprime mortgage industry. Dude, it was a disaster after that. The mortgage bubble burst after that, and so that's when he started. So then it goes on and on. Now listen to this. He says, when I first started, I was a mess. I didn't sell anything. Other brokers I worked with were constantly closing deals, and I used to kill myself wondering, how are they doing this? And how can I do it? I was tireless. I tried different tactics, and eventually, after years of hard work, I discovered a secret that gave me a huge advantage. Now, first of all, I think he's 40 now. When he wrote this, I think he was 30. When was this book written? So he talking about, now, this dude, talking about after years of hard work. You ain't that old. He said this book was printed in 2019. So 2019, that was 5 years ago. So he wrote this book when he was 35. Man, years of hard work. You ain't even old enough to have that many years of hard work. What are you talking about? Anyway, but I'll go along with it just to be dramatic, because he's still young. For career-wise, and his brain, obviously, he was very, very driven and ambitious. But in my world, I know a lot of 35-year-olds ain't making it yet. Anyway, he says, after years of hard work, quote unquote, like years, how many years you talking about? I discovered a secret that gave me a huge advantage. I had the most balls in the air. I was never hyper-focused on one ball. I didn't put all my energy into one sale or to one client. Teammates, now listen. So in our world, we got several different ways to say the same thing. One of them is called the piston theory. The piston theory is like a car. One piston goes up while the other one is down, and they alternate like that. So the piston theory basically is, if from a team building point of view and agents producing, all your agents are not going to be up at the same time as far as being productive. From your clients, everybody's not going to say yes at the same time. You got to have more than one iron in the fire, so to speak. I mean, from a biblical point of view, you got the parable of the sower. Some seed fell on the stony ground. Some seed got ate by the birds. Some seed sprouted up and then got choked out by weeds. And then some seed actually multiplied on and on and on and on and on. Teammates, everything ain't gonna work out. He said that's a secret. Dude, that ain't no secret. I guess it was a secret for him after his years of study. You gotta have more than one iron in the fire. You gotta have can't put all your eggs in one basket. Another way of saying it is talking about is called the pipeline theory. You gotta have a lot of activity going on the front end, going in, and it's gonna get smaller as it comes out the back end. In the whole digital marketing era, people talk about lead funnels, prospect funnels all the time, where you got an ad that 30,000 people see it, 10,000 people click on it, 1,000 people actually are become a serious prospect, and 500 of them buy whatever you're selling. So that's the concept. I don't know how much of a secret that is, but I guess for people that's not been and don't understand any just basic sales, it might be a secret. All right, let's go on over here to point number 2. Now, he's talking about, finding his footing and getting his confidence together in the sales business. And he says, what about the day after? So he says, let's say you get up he says you get lucky and get a big sale. He said, that's awesome. But can you do it again? What about the day after that? Did you sell anything else? If you want to have a successful sales track record, you must understand that sales is a volume business. It's that simple. Basically, this is the same thing we just talked about in the last point. But then he goes on, and listen to this. Now, this is what I thought was key. He says, sometimes to become good salespeople, listen to this. That's why you got to get on these calls. That's why you got to keep going to meetings, even when you think you know. He says, we must strip apart our old ideas and build ourselves back up in the more productive and more awesome version of who we are. It's about relearning what it means to be a salesperson. Teammates, it's nothing new under the sun. Advertising and marketing has been around forever. People was, back in the day, the J.C. Penney, Montgomery Wards of the world. It was about getting a sales catalog, and a salesperson would drive out in the country, and people out in the country could start buying stuff that didn't live in the city, and catalog sales became. Then they had models, and then big companies could pay money to advertise on television and all this stuff. And so, but now in digital marketing, with the invention of social media and smartphones, anybody can advertise for free 24/7. It's a new way of the same thing. It's not in anything. Advertising, marketing yourself is nothing new. He says you got to strip away all old ideas. One of our agents, I can't even read my own writing. So we got to So point number 2 is we have to reinvent ourselves. Reinvent yourself is not turning something up, just making up something totally new. No, it is just looking at what we already doing from a different angle and figure out a way to approach it. And in most cases, in a lot of cases, just using technology or a more modern way to get something done. All right, and point number 3. He goes on and says, you got to learn how to structure your day. I'm telling, listen, I'm preaching better than y'all saying amen. We just finished David Goggins' book yesterday. And he said, structure your day, prioritize your day, make a list, prioritize your list, do about an hour. I'm talking about, literally 24 hours ago, read the same thing in a different book. You will learn how to structure your day to maximize time and keep balls in the air. I teach you the art of follow-up and share sales techniques that I developed over the course of my career. The strategies that have made my team one of the top sales teams in the entire country. And listen to this, and this is it, and this is my third point. And also you'll learn how to enjoy selling. Selling is fun, no matter what you sell. And a lot of stuff is being sold everywhere, every single day. You might as well be selling too. Teammates, he says selling is fun. You got to make this a game. If you're brand new, you just getting started off, make it a game. Set some goals. Success is based upon the goals you set for yourself. Are you hitting your goals? Are you hitting your goals on a daily basis, on an hourly basis, this week? Wrap your mind around your goals. Let's make a game out of it. Let's have some fun. Let's meet some new people. Let's be passionate about what we're doing. And we're going to get big and change our life in this industry. All right. Love you guys. This has been a great first day with my man Ryan Serhant. We'll run this play again tomorrow.